again because, you know, the way you dance, I was impressed, and maybe we could meet and we just, you know, maybe can go somewhere, and, you know, so I said no. God knows how he does his thing. That same day, I realized that we took a picture that same day, at that same occasion. It was just a random picture. When you get into the hall and people are so standing and they're taking picture, you just go beside and you take a picture. And believe me, for one, I stood beside him. And that was our first picture. I never even knew him. I never even knew I was going to dance with him in that occasion. I saw this picture, what I'm talking about, some years, I think just last year when I saw the picture, I just said, oh, meaning we were destined to meet together. So 2 years after this first dance and our first encounter, I met him in one restaurant in Essen with one of his friends. So it just happened that while I was leaving, he just came up on a table and just greeted us. And while he was going, I looked at his face. I said, "This face, I know this face." He said, "Really?" He could not even make me out. I said, "I know you. You remember 2 years back in one occasion where you were dancing and you said, oh, you asked my telephone number." That word pulled his leg back. He was like, "Really? Is that what I said to you?" I said, "Yes." "So you cannot remember me, you cannot recognize me?" So he felt a type, and we got into conversation, went into deep conversation. Then I realized that he went to the same school that my two cousins went to. So I said, so you're my two close brothers, classmates. I said, okay. I said, this is interesting. I'm really shy now saying what I have to say. So after the chatting and with the other friends that were there, I had to leave home. So all of a sudden I was stepping out. Somebody was just like running behind me. I said, "Who is this?" I turned, it was him. I said, "Trouble." What does he want from me? So he came and said, "Oh, can I please have your telephone number?" I said, "You again with my telephone number?" I said, "Please, me, I don't give men my telephone numbers." But I don't know, something struck me that day, because the way I saw him, he didn't look well. I just realized there was something wrong with him, but he could not say, you know. So I just said, anyway, okay, I will not give you my telephone number, but give me your telephone number. Then we are going to see from then. So I went back home alone, and he left, saddened. So after some weeks, I don't know what happened to me. I just said, oh, that guy, let me just call that guy and know how he's doing. So I just called him and said, oh, how are you doing? I just wanted to check on you. Then he said, oh, it's nice I called, because he has been thinking about me. I said, oh, thinking about me about what? Why thinking about me when you don't even know me? He said, no, you know, he has seen me, but, you know, he wants to know me more. And yeah, I said, anyway, I look at you, what I see in you, brother. So I told him, okay, if you want to see me, then I'm going to visit you. So he paused. Then I realized that there was something heavy in his heart, so he could not say it. So I asked him, what's the reason? So I asked him to be free and tell me what is the problem. So he said, he just moved into a small apartment. He's still trying to fix the house, and it's not yet equipped, and it wouldn't be nice for him to take me into that apartment. Okay, I said, okay, I don't mind. So he said, no, he would like to come to me and cook for me, since I can't make him to his place, since he doesn't have any place to welcome me, a house, a home to welcome me in. I said, okay. In that case, I asked myself that, look at this man, what does he think he can cook? You say, let me ask you, it's asking me what I want him to cook for me. I said, okay, Me being a woman that I am, I said, okay, I will look for the most difficult dish and ask him to prepare, to come and prepare. Ekwang came to my mind. I said, okay, I want to eat ekwang. Then he said, are you sure you want to eat ekwang? I said, yes, I want to eat ekwang. Me saying I want to eat ekwang was just to keep him off me, not knowing that I've signed something, you know, I signed a contract somewhere. So he was really serious, you know. He took the ekwang cooking very serious. He called back after he called. We prepared we had arranged a date, so he came in, bought all his stuff for ekwang, everything that he needs for the cooking, came in. The only thing that never came in was a pot. He never came in with a pot, but everything was there. He brought cocoyam, he brought grater, he brought leaves, the cocoyam leaves, and he brought crayfish, dry fish, and red oil. I said, wonderful thing. When I opened the plastic bag, I said, huh? This man is serious, oh. So he wants to cook ekwang for me. I said, okay. So, me being nice, I said, anyway, let me not disgrace him, knowing that he's a man, and I thought he cannot even cook. So I said, I'm going to assist you in the cooking. So he refused. He said no, that I should not bother. He's going to take charge of the kitchen. So he went into my kitchen. I showed him everywhere. I asked him to feel free. So he prepared everything himself, and I just left him in the kitchen, and he was really fast that day. So he finished and he served me. When I tasted that food, I said, wow, this man can cook. How? This man cooked ekwang for me. So he really came and cooked ekwang. Not knowing that even in his heart, he was like saying that this woman is Ajibo. He was coming to my house thinking I don't even have things. He came and made grater. He made all the things that he even bought. He said, so how comes I even have these stuffs? I said, I cook myself. I cook African meal. He said, really? I said, yes, I cook African meal. So we ate that day. Then I think that day he went back to his place. So after a while, you know, I thanked him for the food. Some weeks afterward, I had to call him. Maybe I needed somebody to assist me to go somewhere. So we came and went there. So time after time, we got closer together, closer and closer and closer and closer. And in him, I saw a brother. So I said, okay, this is a nice person. I could keep him as a brother. And from being a brother, love generated, and it started moving bit by bit till one day I got so the way you know African men are always hot. When they see a woman, they just want to touch and do the things. No, but in my husband, I found a different person. I found a cultured man, a humble man, and very gentle. Or let me say, when we even sat together, he did not even try to even touch me or do anything. He kept his peace, you know. So his action towards me made me to fall more in love in him, made me to trust him more. So see, this is a man that I would love to have at my side, a man that is welcoming, that is caring, and that also can cook and knit. I said, oh, why not? So we started dating, and things came up. I don't know, with him, my husband, I never felt any hindrances. I never felt anything as if I was going to, let me see, it's like a boyfriend, girlfriend thing. I can't even remember, let me see, the first time I took him to my family. It was really fast. It was really fast because I did not tell anybody I was going out with anybody, with any boy, and I had any boyfriend or whatsoever.
Hi, I'm Dr. BELVIS Fortung. I am the first son of my parents, Mr. Fortung Patrick and Miss Fortune Terrace. I grew up basically, we were born in Kumba, and then we moved as kids, we moved to Bamenda, where I had my childhood, and then later on I moved over to Europe. So we are a family of 4 children, and actually I'm the first son of the family. Yeah, it's really somehow, you know, life is just a matter of stage, and no one's know where the future lies, you know. So it was like a coincidence. I had an invitation from one of my sisters in a college party here in Essen. So I had to, she told me to come over so we can celebrate that day. Then I went up to one of the tables where one of my friends were sitting, so I met them there. Then Venice was also sitting there, so I asked her for a dance. Well, she could really dance so much, and that's what really captured me then there. So we had a nice time. We talked after the dance, and I, you know, as usual, I just asked her when we can have another opportunity to dance again, you know. So she refused to give me her number. So on that day, I think months or years after, I think a year after, I never heard from her, and I never had any contact again from her. Yeah, that was one of the first time I met her. Then we met again some years back. Let me see, I don't know, I think that was late 2018. I was one off with my girlfriend, girlfriend. We went for, I invited her so that we can eat fish together. Luckily enough, Venice was also there with her girlfriend. She was one, I didn't even recognize her. She was the one who could recognize me. And she said, he knows this guy somewhere. I said, you know me where? So I just look at it. That day I had different plans over my head. I had different thoughts were with me. So yeah, after eating our fish, then I woke up to her, and then we started discussing. Then I could recall, oh yeah, this was this girl, this young nice girl who could dance very much. So yeah, then later on we left. Then I went again back to her, to the car, and asked if we could still meet again. Then she said no, she will not give me a number, let me give her her number. So I gave her my number, hoping that one day she would call me. I waited, and she never called me. So I cannot really remember. Then I think some months after, she called me and asked me what am I doing. She likes to visit me where I'm living. I said, okay, you like to visit me. I said, I just moved to a new apartment. She can come over, but I don't have nothing to prepare for her. She said, no, okay, then. So for that reason, I can come over to your place and prepare food for her. Oh, she said, really? I said, yes. Then I asked her, what does she like to eat? So she was so tough. I think she told me that she wants to eat ekwang. You know, ekwang is a very special meal in Cameroon, and you must be a specialist in order to prepare this kind of food. So it was somehow, she was just scaring me that she doesn't want this guy to come. So I said, okay, I'm coming. I said, okay. But she was surprised. I came over to her place with everything prepared, with everything. So I prepared the meal. She came to the kitchen to assist. I said no, she should stay back there. I will prepare the food for her. So I did that, and then we ate together. It was nice. We had a nice evening together. Then I left. So in the course of time, we started communicating, yeah, and then we went out together. But there was nothing so much that kind of sexual attraction or whatever, but we just had that mutual conversation. Then later on, the chemistry started working. she got at, we got ourselves introduced to the family. Then I think it was really something interesting. Yeah, it was really some relation. The chemistry really worked, so things really moved so fast between us as couples. Yeah, for me it was really difficult because to some of you who knows me, I had a past relationship. Then I had to. It was just I don't know. It was just God created, coming into new relationship, and then with a little bit, not even a little bit, with more precautions on where you are going. So I was not really sure about myself that if it's something that I really want. But as times when I went out, you see a sister in you, you see a mother in you, you see a friend in you, and you see someone who can really, who has a different focus in life. Then fortunately for me, I had a very close relationship with my elder sister. So she was somebody who I really we had good times together. Unfortunately, she died shortly before she got to know Bernice. But I saw the chemistry between both of them. It was so good, and she showed that motherly love, that careness. I mean, we left when my sister was sick. You see the time she took to visit her in the hospital every day and all those kind of stuff. You see the kind of interest she have in the family. You see that kind of interest as not even though with her professions, she still have that how do you call it, that woman in her, which can really say she comes back home and she prepares something for the husband or prepare something. She look at that person who have a focus, who have a vision, who can advise you, who can calm you down, who can motivate you. So, but I look at it, I said, but Elvis, what else do you want again in life? Is somebody who you can really plan something. The chemistry was so working. Then I just thought about it. Yeah, she also was not also sure. I had the opportunity also to visit the family also in UK. I visited the sisters. It was a little bit skeptical. It was also an opportunity for me to meet her daughter. The chemistry also worked also. So wow, if she can accept me, then I'm already in the family. So we thought about it. Then I think late 2021, I proposed to her. Then we went to Cameroon. We did our traditional wedding. All went well and so on. So from there on, we started living as couples. I think, yeah.
Yeah, the nice thing is that my family welcomed him. I did not have any negative reactions from them because they saw love, they saw happiness in me, they saw how happy I was with Elvis. So they just knew I was at the right place. So there was any bad reactions. They welcomed him with love and up to date. He's very, very much loved. Yeah, that day I was not expecting anything. That was for my birthday, and we had we had to open the clinic, and he just took me by surprise and he just popped in the question and said, "Oh, this lady, oh, you're the dream of my life. You're everything that I've ever dreamt of since I knew you, everything." You know how men flatter women, so he just spoke and spoke. And I just fell in. So it was a surprise. He took me by surprise. I was really surprised. And the reaction was immense. People were very happy. As I said, people they see me, they see the glue in me, they see me shining, and it's already a response to the relationship. And they say when you're with the right partner, everything moves the way it's supposed to move. And I thank God for that.
Actually, I lost my parents some years back ago, so I never had the opportunity. It was a one-man decision, but I needed to explain it to some of those family members. So many of them were so skeptical, but they were so worried about me. They were so, yeah, it was, you know, when they look about my past, they never wanted that I should be in somewhere which I'm not really sure. But some of them, after hearing what she's doing and what she has done for me, they said, oh, this is, they call it in Bali, in Gwendap, this is a wife, you know. So yeah, I think most of them were really optimistic, and they were really encouraging to get to know her better. So from my family side, she was very welcome there.
I don't think I will have just a single word for my husband, because, or Elvis, he has a lot of beautiful characters as a person, as a man. Unfortunately, I couldn't see the parents to thank them for raising such a great son and a great man. He's very caring, very loving. He does not need to know you to assist you, to help you. He's always there to help anybody he meets on his way. And he's very humble and very faithful. I can say it's the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. Let me not say, apart from my daughter, yes, let her not feel somebody came and took my heart away.
She is a very focused person. She's a very strict person. She's a very direct person, and what do I say? She's a very let me say what I said. I've said she's very focused. She's very strict with principles and direct, and she's very industrious and loving. That's how I can say.
As you just asked, what do I wish for the future between me and Elvis? I wish good health, strength, communication, tolerance, and in the center of each union, there's God in it. Without God at the center, nothing functions. I will always come back to the Almighty Father to thank Him very much for having brought us this far in life, and for all the good things, even the bad things that happen in our relationship. I thank God for it, and I wish both of us the best in life, that one wish each and every partner, especially long life, good health, and success in all our endeavors, and also more blessings and the other things that I keep in private.
For me, I wish both of us that God should always be with us. I believe in the deeds of our Lord, and I believe love overcomes everything in any relationship. I believe mutual respect of each other overcomes every relationship, and I believe also that together, by the grace of God, we shall live till death do us part. So that's my wish. I don't have so much expectation from each other. I just hope with the grace of God and everything, we have a very cordial relationship and a very mutual relationship and very loving relationship to see one of us leave this earth. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I can say.
Disconnect the internet,
Okay, hi, my name is Beryl. I am the daughter of Bernice and Elvis. Obviously, I've met her since birth, and I think that it's always been me and my mom. She was a single mother, so I really love my mom, and I could never thank her for what she's done to me. And she's such a kind and loving person, and she's always very understanding and very supportive. No matter what I do, she'll always support me, and I don't feel like I would never trade someone or trade my mom for another mother, because she's just perfect the way she is. Okay, the first time I met him actually was when he came to my cousin's first Holy Communion, which was Stacy's. Firstly, I did not know who this man was. I was like, who is this man? My mom came and she was like, oh yeah, this is Elvis. You can call him Uncle Elvis. And I was like, okay, who is this Uncle Elvis? She was like, you know him? I was like, I don't know who this man is. I've never seen him in my life before. When I met him, he was very shy. He wasn't really talking, but I just wanted to see how he is. And yeah. I think for me, the biggest role he plays is he's like a father to me, and since I didn't really grow up with a dad, I feel like he's really the first father figure where I can really rely on him and trust him and really love him, and for him to be there for me and support me the way I should have been supported when I was younger. I think he's also a very important role because he's also my mom's partner, and he's a very good partner to my mom. I think that even after she met him, she's really come out her shell. Before, she was very shy. She wouldn't talk to anyone. She's always in her own little lane. But now, ever since she's met him, she's very very extroverted. She can talk now. I just feel like she's just more freer, and she's really become the person she should have been a while ago. As my word for both of them is that I just think that you guys should love each other unconditionally and just trust each other, communicate. And I can't wait for siblings, because I have not had siblings for 20 years and it's quite boring. So hopefully by graduation I should be having a little sister or brother. Thank you. And I wish them a happy marriage and just forever. That's it.
Disconnect the internet,
Okay, I'm Foba Innocent. So, my friend Elvis, I knew Elvis when we started childhood. We went to the same primary school, that is Bailey. I think that was, we started primary school in 1984, CS Bailey. Then later on, we went to the same secondary school in Starlight, where we had ordinary level. Unfortunately, we struggled and we went to the same high school, that is GBHS Bamenda. So I've known Elvis roughly about 30 to 40 years. We have always together. And we were living in the same area at Maitungkwen. And I was living in my 4 when we went to high school, that is day school. And all the time before I had to leave to my 4, I have to visit Elvis every day. Every day we had to meet. So with Elvis, we have done the good, the bad, and the ugly. So there are so many things that we have done together. I remember when I arrived here in Germany, it's Elvis who picked me up at the airport and showed me the way here in Germany. So I've been living here in Germany with the guidance of Elvis. So from Elvis is a wonderful guy. He's a nice guy. I know everybody has its own weak points, but in my own conclusion, I would say Elvis is a wonderful guy. I'm happy with him today because he's about to get married. When he told me he will be getting married with Benis, because he told me about Benis, that boy, I've got a chap. I said, boy, are you serious? He said, boy, this chap is a original mama. I say, I have to do my own research to know if this mama is original. So I'm happy. From my research, I realized he was right to say Benis is the original mama. I'll conclude by saying that this marriage, we are there to celebrate resilience. What I mean by resilience in the context of this couple is their capacity to self-organize and be able to withstand changes without external influence. Because it's true, people, they have their own weak points, but this couple, from what I've observed, they have gone through and they have come to realize what is life, and that is why they have decided to be together today. Thank you very much.
Please connect the internet or sound. Feeling intellect.
My name is Chia Albert Nsambam. I've been a friend to Dob for close to 30 years now, more than even. We grew up together actually in the same neighboring hood. I was in Tambesi and he was in Osana, almost the same quarter. And two things brought us together. Always in the evenings when we met, girls and football. We love to talk about girls, how they are pretty, and the ones who want to go for and the ones who want not to go for. But what actually attracted me to Dob was football. We used to talk about football a lot. Well, at the time I supported Real Madrid, and I think it was, I've forgotten the team he supported, but we used to talk about football a lot. And there's one story that a lot of people don't know about me and Dob. When we grew up after primary and secondary school, we decided that this football is so good, we must go for the World Cup in 1998. That was a plan between me and Dob, and we started arranging for that. Unfortunately for me, I was not lucky, but Dob was lucky, and he left for the World Cup in 1998 in France. And I was not lucky, and I could not go in 1998, but 3 years later I traveled and we still met in Germany. Dob has been a great friend. He's a cool guy. He's also very emotional. He does not like to see someone suffering. If he can help, he will always be there to help. So that's one nice thing that I learned when we were growing up with him. What I can say concerning his marriage, when he did his traditional wedding in Douala, I was in Cameroon at the time. He informed me, and I was there in the traditional wedding in Douala in Bonaberry. It was a nice ceremony, and today I can say I'm lucky to be here again for the white wedding. I wish him and Benis all the best in their marriage, and I think that's all I can say concerning them.
Please connect the internet or sound. Feeling intellect.
My name is Ivo Chi. I used to be called Ato Ivo. I'm a very good friend of Elvis Fortum. Dob Gima Elvis Fortum, who is getting married tomorrow. And just to say a little bit of how the journey went till today, I have been a friend with Elvis. Elvis is actually my senior in school when I started in Starlight College, and I was that type of petit frère that loved to hang out with the big boys. So he was one of those big boys I I was associated with when I was in school, and then we became